Hi, good people. Hi, TIs. You want some tea? I'm going to share some tea with you, okay? My tea, my tea. When I spill tea, usually I try to spill my own, or if it's super important. Okay. How do you guys feel about rejection? Ouch, right? Okay. In this world of dating and, here in the United States, Western dating, how we do it, our parents don't pick for us. We get to pick our own, da 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 da. And it's so much, that rides upon it. Because honestly, being in relationships and being married does kind of, people do it because it increases happiness. Okay. Not that to be single isn't awesome too, because it is. It definitely is. So, but if you decide that you'd want to be married, and most people do, and so as you're searching for this person, you run into a lot of turbulence. We'll call it turbulence, right? It's so many things are play a factor. You got to make sure that you're physically attracted. You have to make sure that you're emotionally compatible, spiritually compatible. You serve the same God and have the same value system, and a myriad of other things. It's really daunting, especially I think in this 21st century we've gotten pickier, not just physically, because we're surrounded by like movie stars and celebrities, and they don't even age right, you know what I mean? They age differently and they have work done, you know what I mean? So it's a higher standard of beauty for men and for women, and we're it's thrown in our face every day. So when you see an average looking man, you're like, hey, that's not what I seen in the movies. Never mind, you don't look like the girl in the movie, but I digress. You guys know what I'm talking about. So it makes all these things add up and just make it harder, not to mention there's kind of a decline in spirituality. And I mean, by spirituality, I mean like Christianity and worshiping, the true God. There's a decline in that, at least here in the United States. So all these things kind of add up and make it a lot harder to find somebody that you're compatible with. That being said, what happens when you're on this journey, right? You're using dating apps, you're online, you're meeting people in person, and for people like me especially, it's a little, I don't mean to whine, but it's a little bit harder because I have some extenuating circumstances, right? Some stuff you just can't say right away. Some stuff you're just gonna have to figure out on your own if you guys haven't figured it out yet. Sorry, but that being said, so what happens when you face the possibility with this free world dating, right? Picking our own partners, based on our likes and dislikes, and same thing for our, the partner, potential partner. What happens when you get rejected? The drill. It's like, oh, hey, I like you, but I don't, but yeah, thanks, bye. Call me maybe. And as I've been on both sides of this, so I really get it. It's a funny phenomenon. You can like somebody, personality wise and spirituality wise. You can get along like two peas in a pod. Find the person hilarious and just really mind meld with them, like wonderful people. But then if you don't vibe physically, right? Not to be funny, but I mean, relationships ultimately are a friendship. But if you're not attracted, then it would be the same thing like a same-sex friendship, right? Like if you're a girl and you're heterosexual and there's another girl, well, yeah, you're beautiful, I like you, but I don't like you like that. I'm not attracted to you. You know what I mean? Same thing with just regular, features and whatever it is inside this ticky-tacky thing that makes us like something or dislike something based on whatever. It's all personal. But that can kind of get in the way. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, especially here in Western society, if you're not into somebody for whatever reason, and it's personal, then it's not going to work. So when you're on the receiving end of this, I've been on both ends. I've had people like me and I haven't liked them back, sad situation. And I have definitely been on the other end where I like somebody and they don't like me back. Now, how do you ever say this, And I've had people ask me, I've like gone on dates with guys or, hung out with guys platonically, and they've liked me and I haven't liked them back because I wasn't physically into them, right? Like I can choose, right? But I mean, hey, we discussed this. I'm a little picky. Okay, fine. Everybody is. Everybody just doesn't say it. I'm just being candid. Okay, so I've had that happen, and it's when somebody says, hey, why don't you like me, or do I have a chance, and you don't really want to say it. I mean, how do you tell somebody, I don't like your face? I like you, but your face doesn't, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. Could be something weird, like they got a funny nose or something, or funny teeth or eyebrows. I don't know. Stupid stuff, we're humans. We all do it, or whatever. Your hair, your hairline, your this, your that, your coloring. I don't know. I'm not talking about for friends, for liking people. I'm talking about for physically attracted, wanting to, espouse a person, right? It's different. Romantic attraction, there's a difference. So, as we're searching for our spouse, our companion in this life, there's going to be rejection, obviously. There's going to be times when somebody likes you, you don't like them, and vice versa. You like them and they don't like you. It's rejection. How do you handle it? Okay. Me, I try to be respectful, and it hurts. There's a certain amount of pain with rejection. Like, what the heck do you mean? How could you not like this? But you have to be respectful, because whatever their reason is, it's their reason. Same thing like with you. Somebody could say, why don't you like all that? Me. Just, how can you answer that? It's like, why do you like a red car versus a blue one? Why do you like a Ford versus a Chevy? Fords are awesome, right? They have lots of headroom for tall people. And they're just built nice, good on the gas. But I'm just saying, but they're both great cars, Chevys and Fords. But maybe you're just a Ford person, Maybe you like tall, maybe you like short, maybe you like athletic, maybe you don't mind a teddy bear. I don't know. I'm not even going to get into it, because our outsides are really just our shells anyways, that house our souls and you already know we're not talking about that today, though. Everything's here. It's housed here. They're after it. No, I'm just kidding. That's another video. But, yeah, rejection. So how do you handle it? I've learned, I try to do it like this. I try to just respect the no. If it's a no, it's a no. And it's a no. And it's a no. That's it. Final answer. Does it hurt? Yeah. Can it be remedied? Usually if somebody's pretty adamant, they're adamant. And it's their choice. The true God gave us free will. Free will to choose, things for ourselves. Unlike our enemy, Satan the devil, who tries to control things, right? Like even our minds. That's not true love, and that's not true commitment. That's forced. That's robotic, which in this new order, that's what they love, right? But that's not how we're built. So, keeping that in mind, when somebody rejects you for dating, okay, I think you just have to respect the no. That's how I look at it. Right? There is no other way to look at it. The no is no. It's going to hurt a little bit like a Band-Aid. Ow! But you move on and you find somebody. Little tip to all of you who are younger: don't waste time on pining over people that aren't into you. Okay, like the book, he's just not that into you. Keep it moving. Otherwise, you'll be 40. 40s, and then it gets harder. It's still, it's still possible. There's still obviously 40-year-old something men out here too, but just be careful because it gets harder. So know what you want and respect the process. Just like a job interview. You ever go on a job interview? I mean, and you don't get it. Everybody's had that happen. But then you get another one. So it's okay. Okay? Respect the no. Which brings me to my second point. And I'm about to get a little grimy. Just kidding. But I've had it happen where I've told men no, potential dating partners, and wouldn't you know, I ended up getting stalked. How do you like them apples? I said no. No, thank you. I said it nice at first, and then I'm going to admit I get a little, upset because, you hate to, because to be honest, when you're the one rejecting someone, it's kind of embarrassing and it's hurtful because, you're basically telling them no, and it's hurtful, so you want to do it quickly and with as least amount of pain as possible. You want the other person to be graceful and accept, just like a job interview. You don't get it, you're not, and you call and you can kind of tell like, oh well, we decided to go with another kid. You're not going to just sit there like okay, oh wow, well thank you for your time, I appreciate the opportunity, blah blah blah, thank you. Send them the thank you card anyways. Well, right after the interview, usually send them a thank you card. Do that. Helps. And then that's it, like, yeah, it hurts, and then you kind of, you go by yourself and you're like, wow, I really wanted that job. They paid good and this and that. And okay, well, that's it. And then you apply for other ones. You keep applying and you keep going on interviews and you get one that matches with you, right? Okay. So that's it. How come in my situation, when I've had guys, they've actually turned to stalking me? That's not fair. That's not right. People need to learn this. Respect the no in dating. Otherwise, you don't belong out here dating. Really, honestly, some people, and trust me, I know, little ticky-tacky stuff, maybe you're not ready for dating. Some people. I'm just saying, in some situations that I've had where the guys have gotten a little, and I'm not even, look at me, I'm not all that pretty or anything. Like, sure, yeah, right, somebody was stalking you. Well, yeah, they were. I'm not trying to be funny, but this personality is like, not, I'm kidding. Maybe they were just emotionally unstable people. That happens. I'm not judging, because there's times in your life, depending on what you go through, that you are going to be a little emotionally unstable about whatever. So, but in that case, you got to ask yourself, are you ready to be dating? Because you don't want to turn around and stalk somebody. Okay? Respect the no. And if you don't respect the no, like me, say for instance, somebody rejected me and I kept on, keep texting, keep calling, keep posting, you know what I mean? Then that would be a problem. What's the answer? You got the answer, right? And I'm talking about dating, whatever. So, and if they don't respect the no, well, then it's time for maybe restraining orders. Maybe you need to spend a little time away from society, just a little bit. I'm not saying lock them up and throw away the keys. I'm just saying maybe because you don't understand how dating works, which is what I just explained, it's two people agreeing upon something and they don't always agree. So sometimes you risk the possibility of rejection. You got to be okay with that. Nobody said dating is easy. No, you're putting yourself out there. Like, here I am, here's my heart on a platter. And then they're like, okay, you know what? No. And it's like, whoa. But that's dating in the Western world. If you're not ready, trust me, it's a jungle out here. It's wild. It's hurtful. But it's also, you learn a lot about yourself and about others that will help you for, eventually when you get married. Okay? And for those of you, again, who can't respect the no and accept the no, you don't need to be out here dating. And people if you don't understand that, then restraining orders for, maybe a little rehab time. Like I said. Also, I'll leave off on that, okay? Don't be afraid, people, to call somebody on that, too, because it can get really dangerous. I'm in the situation I'm in now because of stalking, okay? And it's horrible. And I intend to fix it legally with every recourse that I have, because it's got reached danger point. But that's not to go there. Here's a little tidbit for you ladies and gentlemen, okay? This will help. Now, remember, you're dating. You're not getting married right away, right? You got to date before you figure out if you're going to get married, okay? So do yourself a favor. Do not, come on, listen to Sherry. I'm just telling you from experience. Not that I know so much. No, I know because I've done it the wrong way. So I know the right way now. Don't be physical. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't. Save yourself. Save respect for yourself and for the other person. That way, if they go south or if it doesn't work out long term, nobody was hurt. Right? How do they say? Nobody was hurt in the filming of this. Hey, nobody was hurt. Okay? So take that little tidbit with you, respect the no, and good luck out here. Okay, I wish you the best. Bye.